The world's biggest ride-hailing company is officially bringing its popular app to Metro Vancouver. And Uber says it hopes to launch before the busy holiday season. But will there be enough qualified drivers to make it work? The CBC's Tina Lovegreen went to find out. At Valley Driving School in Langley, they train drivers on everything from driving a car, truck, to motorcycle. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
But one type of license has gained traction.
We've seen roughly 116% increase year over year with inquiries and registrations for the Class 4.
That's the license required to become a ride-hailing driver in BC.
The interest is astonishing for how many people, and specifically for the ride-hailing. And that's what they're calling for. They make no bones about it.
And he believes interest will only go up after today's announcement from Uber.
We hope to be on the road before the holiday season.
The company says it will apply to operate in Region 1, which includes Metro Vancouver, Fraser Valley, Squamish, Whistler, and Lillooet. But whether it will be in smaller communities is still up in the air.
Uber wants to provide service across the entire province. Unfortunately, provincial rules make that actually very difficult, if not prohibitive.
The company says it worries not enough drivers will sign up, a criticism echoed by Lyft. It plans to operate in the Lower Mainland, Abbotsford, and Chilliwack for now.
It takes a couple of months at least in order to be able to get, and it actually requires you to write a test to drive a minibus, so a 25-passenger vehicle. And we just see that is not a normal requirement across North America. It creates barriers for people to participate.
ICBC says it has seen a 15% increase in drivers passing the knowledge test this August in compared to last. The companies are now urging interested drivers to start the process. So when the holiday season comes around, there are enough qualified drivers to make the trips.
You're not just driving yourself anymore. You're not just driving your family members. You're picking up members of the general public, getting them from point A to point B, and you need to do that in a safe manner. And once again, just coming down to the driver education piece of it.
Which also turns out to be good news for driving schools. Tina Lovegreen, CBC News, Langley. It's been a long road to get here, with both Uber and Lyft committing to bringing their business to Vancouver. There was plenty of reaction on the street today to the news. Corey Correa has more on what advocates and opponents are saying.
With the two heavyweights in ride-hailing making it known they plan to offer British Columbians a lift by the end of 2019, there's been mixed reactions on the street. Elation for some consumers starved for alternative transportation.
I am so happy. I would love Uber to come to Vancouver.
They're pretty reliable in general. I mean, they have their driver codes responsibility, and they put them through a registration process, so it's fairly trustworthy.
Others, though, aren't so eager to share the road, like those in the taxi industry, who feel they don't have a level playing field.
So they say safety, we put all cameras in there. Why they don't guys have cameras? So this point they say we need safety first. So why they don't follow the rule regulations?
And they have all open boundaries, right? And not for the taxis, right? I think taxis' future is not very good.
Despite the step forward, some are concerned the requirement for drivers to hold a Class 4 license will make it harder for these companies to operate in smaller markets.
In a smaller communities, you're not going to be able to have the number of drivers you need to populate the system. So imagine being in a smaller community and you go and order your Lyft or your Uber and it says no drivers available. That defeats the whole purpose and the whole brand proposition.
Tostenson says the coalition will continue to petition the government to relax the requirement, although the province has said it's non-negotiable. It's been a sticking point for many, despite relaxed requirements already on boundaries, fares, and the number of vehicles permitted.
After looking at and requesting further information from ICBC around crash rates, around injury rates, there was no real difference in terms of the numbers between a Class 4 and a Class 5 operator.
For better or worse, Uber and Lyft expect to have drivers on the road by the end of 2019. Corey Correa, CBC News, Vancouver.